Hello, this is Sister Fidelis, Estrada, on your morning talk online. The apostles said to the Lord, "Increase our faith." The Lord replied, "If you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you would say to this mulberry tree, 'Be uprooted and planted in the sea,' and it would obey you." On this 27th Sunday in Ordinary Time, join me in reflecting on these first two verses of the Gospel reading. Faith makes the seemingly impossible possible. The explanation is simple. Faith raises our energy to the divine frequency. Or like a converter, faith refines and raises our vibration to God's wavelength. Our mother, Saint Marie Eugenie of Jesus, tells us that what ought to characterize anyone who is connected or related to the Assumption is supernatural faith. This divine gift equips us with another pair of eyes that enables us to see the invisible. For instance, she says, what our physical eyes see as empty space is actually full of spirits. For beyond the realm of the material and the physical is the spiritual dimension. Invisible, yes, but just as real and true. Does our faith open us up to where our intellect must take a bow and acknowledge another reality beyond its reach? Many who studied in the Assumption remember my uncle, Dr. Ariston Estrada, of happy memory. Even as a sister, I enjoyed discussing with my Tito Aris. Among the topics we would exchange notes about was Father Teilhard de Chardin's vision of a Christified cosmos. True Thomist that he was, he claimed that St. Thomas Aquinas was already aware of that, but used different words to express it in his Summa Theologica. And so he claimed there was nothing new in Teilhard de Chardin's vision. It was with great pride that I would recount to friends how one day I out-discussed my Tito Aris, and raising his hands up exclaimed, "All right, Iha, you win." Imagine my great philosopher uncle admitting that I had won, or so my limited perception thought I had outsmarted him. It was while being prayed over during a charismatic renewal gathering that another pair of eyes were opened, and I saw, beyond intellectual victories, that another realm existed, a finer and higher dimension, accessed only by supernatural faith. This other realm introduces us to another point of view, or punto de vista, to a set of values and a mode of living that may appear impractical, not down to earth, floating in the air. That is probably why some find Jesus out of touch with the real world and his teachings about life, death, the cross, resurrection, humility, true greatness, to mention a few, as no longer relevant in this post-modern age. Except with faith, Jesus' claim, "I am the way, the truth, and the life," would sound like fantasy, or at best, a figure of speech, pretty much like Narnia, or Oz, or Star Trek. Or what about the much older revelation, "I have called you by name. You are mine, and I love you." Tatak Assumptionista is therefore not the pointed French handwriting during Saint Marie Eugenie's time, nor Assumption meat and Assumption tarts, nor the elegant lace collar of our Philippine Gala uniform, but, as Saint Marie Eugenie herself tells us, supernatural faith. Are we on the same page and on the same wavelength?